Hi guys, this is Joe popping on, and today I'm going back into the vault kind of deal. I'm searching for ones I missed a while ago. I was going through some tough times, moving, new jobs, new everything, and life was tough. And I decided at that part of my life I needed to take a step back from collecting a bit, and I only was collecting the ones I really was like in the hunt for. And at that time, I mostly collected like the Marvel ones and a couple others. But I took a step back from a couple of the random waves that were getting figures. And I decided that this is a time that I was going to take a look for a wave that I really like. It has a big sentimental value to me, from a show that I love. And since I was a tiny tot. And I'm going to try to finish it because I had started it, and then this wave came out and I had to, and I skipped it. I did, and so I'm trying to go back and find them, and it's hard. They are expensive, and and you just don't see them anymore. And the wave I am talking about is Sesame Street. I love Sesame Street. I'm a big fan. I love the puppetry in it. I watched it when I was little. It's one of those shows that I plan to show my kids when they're little. I think it's a perfect show. Not perfect, but it's a wonderful show for any little kid. It really is. And I have the original wave. I have the Cookie Monster, Super Grover, Bert and Ernie. I think that was everybody in the first. Oh, Oscar. I also have Oscar. I did skip first appearance Oscar. Probably going to regret that later on. But I do have all of those ones. And I did miss out on Wave 2. Wave 2 came out, and it's the Count, Elmo, Big Bird, and Snuffy. And I decided, you know what? I've been hunting them for a while. I want them for out of box collecting, and so I'm not too crazy if I can't find a perfect box. And so I've been looking online, and I found a couple. I am stoked. The first one I will show you guys is I actually found on Amazon. This one is in not great condition, but I'm okay with that. The figure looks nice. And here he is, Big Bird. I love Big Bird. He's probably my favorite character. When I was little, it was Elmo, but really thinking back on it, I just love Big Bird. He just looks so good. I did not get them flocked because I don't have the original wave flocked. And once again, I'm not a fan of flocked, and you see damage. I'm completely fine with that. I don't care. I got them for a discounted price. I really want them for the figure. And I don't want to spend like $50 on a perfect Big Bird. So here we go. I'm going to pop them out of the box. And as I said, I just love Big Bird. Here he is. He's so good. And it being the, what is it, 50 years of Sesame Street now? It's amazing. I was really sad that they did not do anything special for Sesame Street for it turning 50 years. I know, like, this one came out, I want to say, 4 years ago. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going back into the vault a bit and having a hard time finding them because, once again, you wait that long, it gets tough. Places don't sell them. And especially on a small wave like this, because there weren't very many of them. Oh, they also made normal Grover. I don't think I said that. Sorry about that. I always forget him because I have Super Grover, and they did double dip, but he is a wonderful character. Oopsie, there goes the box. Sorry about that, everyone. But Big Bird just looks perfect. I love him. He's probably my favorite puppet from it. He's just a lot of fun. I remember watching, I'm not sure if any of you guys remember this, but I really liked when I was little, the Big Bird Goes to like Japan, and then Big Bird Across America. They were two movies they came out with for Sesame Street. I remember watching them a lot when I was tiny. And I got one other one. This one I actually found at one of the, I as I said, I've recently moved, so I've been searching the area, and I found a local comic book shop, which is awesome. It really is. And they sell pop figures, and since they are a local comic book shop, they have some older figures, which is amazing. Excuse me. I haven't found a local comic book shop in years that I like. And so that has like older things and stuff. They're usually all very common. At least like the shop when I lived in Texas and stuff was all very current stuff. And so the one I did pick up and I found at the comic book shop, the box is a bit messed up. Once again, beggars can't be choosers, and I don't want to break the bank on Sesame Street. So I got Elmo, which is probably, as you can see, I got him for a very good price. He got him for $11.99. I couldn't believe it. And I saw him, and I was like, I'm taking you home with me. And he looks so good. I am so happy to get Elmo. As I said, Elmo was probably my favorite character when I was little. But when I watched the show, when I was little, Elmo was just one of the normal Muppets. I have no idea. I think it was Rosie O'Donnell going crazy for Tickle Me Elmo and then creating an entire Christmas fad of it that turned Elmo into pretty much the main character of Sesame Street, which I really dislike. I liked it more when it was we had the entire neighborhood kind of deal. But this is a grown man talking about a children's show, so. But I got Elmo. I love Elmo. He's just adorable. He's really cute. I loved his laugh when I was little. I remember trying to imitate it and stuff like that. My grandmother had gotten me an Elmo toy. Had gotten me actually a Grover toy. My sister an Elmo toy. One of the stuffed animals. I remember we switched because it was our favorite characters were reversed. And it's a wonderful memory for me because my grandma passed away when I was little. So I actually still have that stuffed animal. I could never get rid of it. But Elmo looks perfect, and I am so happy to get him. As I said, I wish they had done something for this year because, to be honest, I even tried to see if they made a book or a movie, like something documenting the 50 years of Sesame Street. And I was surprised all I could find were some magazines. But I decided, since it was the 50 years of Sesame Street, I was going to try to go out and find some of the Sesame Street ones. The count is a bit expensive right now. Probably out of all of them, he's the most expensive that's not flocked. Because the actor had passed away. Whenever an actor excuse me, passes away, their figures usually go up pretty high. And that's what I believe happened to his to the Count, because for the puppeteer who was who controlled him for almost the entire run of the show, or the entire run of the show, I'm not 100%, passed away, and so it became expensive. But so now I'm only missing 3 for my Sesame Street line. As I said, I just love Sesame Street. I think it's a wonderful show, and I want to show it to my kids when I have them. But do you guys like Sesame Street? Like, is this like, this is, as I said, this one's a weird one from the vault for me, is I just had to go back and get them. And especially with it being in my face, hearing about the, actually bring it back into my consciousness was the 50 years, because of course I don't stay at home and watch Sesame Street at my age. And I just was kind of like, man, it's 50 years. I was like, I should really go try to find, or is it 75? I am sorry if I'm getting it wrong. But it being the anniversary for Sesame Street, I believe it's 50. It being the anniversary for Sesame Street made me remember the figures that had come out like the 4 years ago, and I was like, I should go and find them. And I was happy I found these two. And once again, I was so happy to find a comic book shop that is really nice, and I couldn't believe it. They had Elmo. They didn't have anybody else from Sesame Street, and I think the only reason they still had him is because the box was pretty badly messed up, but I just wanted Elmo. I really did. So thank you all for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please tell me, are you guys a fan of Sesame Street? I just love the show. These guys are just too good. I just wow. Uh, don't think I would be so excited for Sesame Street, but I don't know. When you hit things like, as Funko has said, when we're all a fan of something, and when you hit one of those notes that just resonates with people, like for me also, it's like Ninja Turtles. Anytime they come out with a Ninja Turtle thing, I am so happy, and I just want them to make more. Please make some more Ninja Turtles. I don't know how come they disappeared. I'm like, I think the last one we got was Leatherhead. Um, which was a weird one to pick, and especially from the line that they picked because he's from the original TV show. Leatherhead was just a random bad guy. So, but once again, like when they hit on stuff like that, it just is such a great feeling. And I really hope that they do a couple more for Sesame Street. I know they did come out with one. Sorry, keep on like, oh, the one more, one more. But they did come out with one that was a specialty series one. But I don't know the Muppet. I really don't know him. I can't remember anything from my childhood with him in it. So that's why I'm not mentioning him. If you guys know him, please, or know an episode, or leave a link to a clip with him in it, because I'm just scratching my head going, who's he? I know all the others like immediately. I can recite probably little skits what they were in, but that one I just am like, no, I don't know you. Why did we make you? So that's the only reason for me leaving him out. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Once again, I greatly appreciate it. Every view is amazing. So thank you. And please like, comment, and subscribe because if you enjoyed, because it really helps the channel. YouTube pretty much hides anybody who's new and only advertise people who are popular. And so hitting a like button, leaving a comment on a video you like, it helps, and subscribing extremely helps that new channel to actually have other people find it. So thank you all so much for at least watching the video. So thank you. So this is Joe popping on, and I have to be popping off. Thank you guys so much. Doodles.